All right, so the first piece of software that we need to download is Android Studio. This is so that we can write to all the stuff for Android. So let's go ahead and get to that from Google. Just going from Google, we just type in Android Studio. This is really so we can program for anything that is Android related. Okay, so this is not for iPhones. It's actually a different coding language. So that opens up, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to click Download Android Studio. Now, a couple things that you need to note if you're doing this on home is the requirements. So you can scroll down all the way down to the bottom. I do have this on my Mac, so you cannot install this on the Mac. It's not an issue. For doing it on Windows, you need to make sure that you have at least Microsoft Windows 7. You need to have at least 4 gigs. So 3 gigs is to run, and 1 gig is for running emulations off of the different emulators for the phones. You need to have at least 2 gigs of available space, and you need to be able to display at least 2080 by 800. Okay, so all you got to do is download Android Studio. So I'll walk through some of this, and then I'm going to hyperlapse the rest of it. So agree, save the file. I'm going to pause it until it gets finished. Alright, so I'm almost finished. I'm using Firefox to download this, whether you were using Chrome, Firefox, or Internet Explorer. You just basically have to find where it downloaded that file. So either open up where you're at for the downloads. For Firefox, I can just click down this and it shows where it is, or I can look in the folder that it's contained in. So it should be in your downloads folder. If you don't see it, you're going to just click on it. I guess. Go ahead and click next. We want Android Studio, and this is for us to be able to run emulators. So we could run emulators for the different types of phones, as well as doing the actual physical devices, so we can make sure that they work. So we're going to have both of those checked. We're going to go ahead and click next. Now we just need to pick where we're going to actually save the installation. That's fine. Cue the music. Alright, so installation is complete. Go ahead and click next. Click finish. I'm just not going to import settings because we don't have anything before it. Alright, so now we get the setup wizard. Go ahead and click next. We just want to do standard. We can choose which view we like. I like it actually dark. It's easier for me to read it. And then you check the components you want to update and install. Click continue. So we want the Android virtual device. That's our emulators. The Android SDK location is where you can put the platform tools and all that stuff. So you could choose a specific location if you don't want to use this, but you do need to pay attention to where it is. Go ahead and click next. SDK. Oh, okay. So everything looks alright. So this is the location where our SDK folder is going to be. That's where Android is going to put its the build tools and the platform. Go ahead and click finish. Now we're going to go through another download of downloading those pieces. While the installer is running, you will end up having to allow a command prompt to run to make some changes to do the Haxum device thing. All right, so now that it's finished, you should get this. You can see everything that happened. Go ahead and click finish. And now we got to our Welcome to Android Studio screen. So we could start a new Android project. We can open one. For making a game, we're actually going to not need to do that. We're going to end up loading from the libgdx. So this is how to download and install the Android Studio. All right.